In this video, we're going to go over closing the batch at the end of the day. Throughout the day, you can just look at your figures by clicking on Close Batch up at the top. This will bring you into the Close Batch screen and allow you to view your figures so you can see your total sales and if you need to see the tenders taken in that day. If you don't want to close your batch and you're just strictly viewing it, then all you have to do is click on Enter Sales up at the top. You want to make sure that you do not click on Save if you're not wanting to close the batch and make it final. So if you want to go back, just click on Enter Sales. Then when you're ready at the end of the day to do the Close Batch, click on Close Batch up at the top. This will bring you into the Close Batch screen again. To the left, you see your starting cash drawer amount and your ending cash drawer amount. That is the money that you keep in the drawer at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day, and you have that to be able to give change back to your customers. It also lists the cash tendered, less drawer difference, less payouts, and total cash. You see your total other deposit tenders and then total deposit and amount over and short. There's 3 sections: cash totals F6, count money F7, and salesperson summary F8. You start with the cash totals. If you wanted to print this, you could click on the print button down at the bottom. This will print this out to your receipt printer. If you just want to view it, you can scroll down and look at it. If you wanted to look at your salesperson summary, you can click on salesperson summary or F8. And you can view how all of your salespeople did that day in each class. If you want to print it out, you can click on the print button down at the bottom. Then we have our count money in the middle. If you click on count money or hit F7 on your keyboard, that'll bring you to the count money screen. All of these tenders are tenders that you consider a part of your deposit that will be deposited in the bank. So here we have the actual cash, check, MasterCard, Visas, your Discover, American Express, and debit card. The ending cash drawer amount is different from the cash that gets deposited in your bank. Ending cash drawer amount is just that amount that you keep in your drawer at all times. Here it shows the computer count, what the computer says you're supposed to have. We have your count and then the difference. So this allows you to do an actual count of each tender. What we recommend starting with is the ending cash drawer amount, that $200 that you keep in your drawer that has nothing to do with the cash deposit. You can start there, count the $200, and whatever's left over should be the cash that you can pull out as a part of your cash deposit. So we're going to start with the ending cash drawer amount. We click on the count button. This will bring up the screen where it lists pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, all of your denominations, your dollar bills, your rolled coins, where you can type in exactly what you have and it adds it up like a calculator. So example, we could say that we have 45 pennies, 17 nickels, 17 dimes, 18 quarters. We have $15 bills. We don't have any $2 bills. 6 $5 bills. 4 $10 bills. And 4 $20 bills. We also have rolled coins that you can count. We have 1 in the pennies, 1 in the nickels, 1 in the dimes, and 2 in the quarters. And as you can see, it says your total $200 and computer total $200, and the difference is 0. So that all matches up, and when we're done, we can click on the Save button down at the bottom. So whatever cash is left in the drawer after we've counted our $200, we should be able to pull out, and it should be this $123.05. So we can click on Count, and we can count our cash that's going to be deposited in the bank. So here I have 1 nickel, and I have 3 $1 bills, I have one $20 bill and two $50 bills. So it shows your total, which is $123.05, computer total $123.05, and there's no difference. And we can click on Save. Some people like to go the other route where they do the opposite. They pull out what the computer says you're supposed to have in the cash, $123.05, and count that. And then whatever's left over should be that $200 or whatever you keep in the drawer, and then you can count your ending cash drawer amount. So it's up to you. We just go and show you our recommendations where we start with the $200, and then whatever's left should be the cash that you can pull out and count. Then we have checks, so we could click on the count button for the checks. And here it shows you how many checks you're supposed to have, computer tender count 3. So I'm going to type in each check that I have. And you can just tab down through. Or I just pressed enter as I typed in each one. I typed in 8132, enter 107, enter 139, enter. And it shows your total, computer total, and no difference, and I can click on Save. Then I can go to the MasterCard and click on Count. It shows me how many the computer says I'm supposed to have in MasterCard Visa. I'm supposed to have 2 of them. In a lot of cases, you have a lot of credit card slips, so you don't want to type in every single one because it's going to be a long list. So it's up to you whether you want to type each one in or whether you want to put a complete total. So here I'm going to type in my MasterCard and Visas, type in the amount, press enter, type in the amount, and press enter. Or we can just type in the total amount. And it'll show your total, computer total, and difference, and you can save that. And then you just go through each tender that you had for that day. So it looks like we had a Discover, and save that. We had American Express, click on Count. Save that. And then we have a debit card. Now we have our computer count, what the computer says that we're supposed to have, and then your count, what you typed in, and the difference if there is any. So you have the total deposit, and when you're done you can click on print if you want to print that out. You'll see it also has for the total deposit, which is your cash, check, and credit cards, that totals up to this amount here where it says total deposit. So if there was anything over or short, it would tell you that here. And when you're ready to do that final close batch, you can just click on the Save button down at the bottom. The Alert Center message will come up saying you haven't printed the summary reports. So if you haven't printed them out, it'll give you this message, but it does not force you to print them if you don't want to. Then you can click on Close Batch. Another Alert Center message will come up. Saving this page will close the current batch. Do you wish to continue? Click on Close Batch, and your batch has been closed for the day.